So finally we are back with some Pokemon Masters Tournament action, and this week we have the first of two semi-final battles being Leon versus Diantha. So let's get into my thoughts and predictions for this episode, and I hope you enjoy. So for starters, we know that the semi-finals are now going to be 6-on-6 battles, and this is exciting for me, but it also worries me at the same time, as it looks like this battle itself is only going to be one episode. There's tons of different descriptions and information hyping up these battles, but most of it is for Ash versus Cynthia, which is rightfully so, but I'm hugely worried that this battle is going to just be swept aside to make way for a longer battle with Ash and Cynthia, which is a bit disappointing, especially considering how Leon versus Alain was pretty similar, with Alain getting destroyed. It could go down the same here. The description for this episode looks like it's half going to be focusing on Ash and Cynthia and learning a bit more about Cynthia's backstory, and then the rest of this episode will be the battle between Diantha and Leon. So we're not even getting a full episode to cover this battle, which is nuts considering it's a 6-on-6. I'm hoping the battle doesn't end in this episode and maybe carries on into the second part of the semi-finals, but from the summaries it doesn't look like that is the case. It is bittersweet because we know that Ash vs Cynthia is going to be getting a whole 3 episodes, which is massively needed since this is a battle we've been waiting for so long. But also it's going to hurt this first battle. I feel like Leon really needed to be tested before the eventual final battle with Ash, and it just hasn't happened. The most he struggled in battle was against Lance in the first ever battle that we saw him in, which is ridiculous as this whole season of the PWC he's just gone unfazed. So it makes this final battle with Ash an impossible task for Ash. And then if Ash does win, it just wouldn't make sense. So I hope to see Diantha push Leon a little bit in this battle at least, to show that he does have flaws and he is not perfect. So again, much like the summaries and other bits of information, the preview didn't help us look at this battle much. Half of the preview was showing a bit of battling between the two. We got to see a glimpse of a few Pokemon, and the other half was just Ash talking to Cynthia. So I could see this episode going back and forth between the two storylines and really skipping out on a lot of stuff in this battle. But let's talk about the Pokemon that we do know. So we know on Diantha's side, she will of course be using her Ace Mega Gardevoir. We also see her using in the preview a Goodra, and we know that she'll be using her Gourgeist and Aurorus from the previous battle with Lance. But that is all we know. We only know 4 Pokemon from her team, so we can guess who the other 2 might be. If it's just like her games team, then she'll be bringing along a Howlucha and a Tyrantrum. I'd love to see Tyrantrum again, but I'd prefer if they surprised us for her other Pokemon, maybe see a Gen 7 or Gen 8 Fairy type like Primarina or Hatterene. That would be a cool addition for her team rather than seeing Howlucha again. We then have Leon. We of course know he's going to be using his Gigantamax Charizard, and then he's also using his Rillaboom, which is cool. Actually, a huge part of the battle against Alain that I enjoyed was Leon's Rillaboom, so it'll be nice to see some more of it here, and I'm pretty sure that is it. Unless I'm missing anything, we only know these 2 of Leon's Pokemon. Is it going to be a clean 2v6 sweep? I really hope not. I want to see more of Leon's team in action, maybe a Mr. Rhyme, a bit more of his Dragapult, and then a Corviknight would be cool. We might end up seeing his Aegislash or Rhyperior from the games. Just let the man show off his team a bit. We've only seen the 3 in Journeys so far, but we've barely seen any of them in action other than Charizard, so this could be a battle to do that. But as this episode is actually called Sweep, I am really worried that this is going to be a complete annihilation and completely one-sided. So obviously Leon is going to win this battle. He will make it into the final where he will await his challenger Ash. And as I've gone over multiple times in this video, I feel like this battle is going to be very disappointing. It's going to be rushed, it's going to be one-sided, and even the damn title is called Sweep. Leon is going to sweep Diantha, and I don't think he's going to use all of his Pokemon again, but I really hope for more than 2 this time. I want to see a few more of them in action. I want to see Diantha's team in action, but we are so restricted with time here. We have 1 episode for all of this to happen. Either way, I don't think it will be a good battle. It will be a bit like Tobias versus Ash, where they fit in a 6-on-6 into 1 episode. But it'll be worse than that battle because this is 2 champions battling. Diantha is more than strong enough to put a decent fight up against Leon. She shouldn't be getting swept here. And if they want to build up this final battle with Ash in the correct way, then they should be making Leon look at least half beatable, because if he isn't, then we know Ash just doesn't stand a chance. So we'll see how this one turns out, but it's not looking good. The one huge positive to come out of making this battle shorter is the fact that we get 3 whole episodes and this episode for backstory and setup to focus on Ash versus Cynthia. That one is the saving grace for the whole tournament, and probably going to be the best battle in Journeys, so at least we can look ahead to that and know that there's going to be a lot of time to spend with it. But that's it for this video. Please let me know your thoughts on Leon versus Diantha. Are you worried that Leon is being built up as too unbeatable and this battle is going to be way too rushed? Let me know your thoughts, but thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.